everybody? This is Daryl. It's Big Big Toys, Comics, and Games, and we're talking comics new releases this week, the week of March 25th, right?
2015.
That's us. We're here.
We're here.
This is Aaron.
This is Aaron, and that's the real Daryl.
And we're going to talk comics with you for the next so many minutes that you can handle. Actually,
it'll be past what you can handle, but some of you like short videos, some of you like long videos.
We do short videos, but also while you're listening to this in the background as you work, we hope that you're getting some comic knowledge from us. So anyways, what are we going to talk about first, Aaron? You want to talk about bunnies with teeth, pointy teeth, or do you want to talk comics?
Man, you just reminded me of that Bizarro issue. Anyway, I think we should talk independence.
We're going to talk independence. All right. First thing I want to mention, Aaron, is this book called Invincible.
I've never heard of this.
Who writes this book? Oh, it's Robert Kirkman.
Nobody knows who that guy is.
I mean, if only he wrote a cool zombie
comic that turned into a TV show.
Yeah, and then the TV show wasn't as good as the comic, right?
No,
one can speculate. But anyway, Invincible number 118. This is not the best superhero comic in the universe. It is the best comic in the universe, as it says at the top. But the important thing about this issue is, it's not even $1, Aaron. How much is it?
25 cents.
25 cents! I want you to reach in your pocket right now. Go ahead, do it. I'm going to see if I have 25 cents for this book. Oh my gosh! I have 24 cents. I'm even close! But 25 cents. Get this book. It's a direct jumping on point, and even Aaron's going to buy it because it's only a quarter. Right, Aaron?
Right.
Get the book. It's a quarter. Invincible. Superheroes. Space. If you like this, if you like Walking Dead, where things are at stake, people get their arms and legs ripped off, they die, they come back. You don't know.
Nothing happens for 3 issues.
And nothing happens for 3 issues. But this book's better because it's about superheroes. Read it.
Exactly. Actually, I like it.
So anyway, it's a quarter. Buy the book. Also, Matt Kent. You might know him from a cool book called Ninjak from Valiant that came out a few weeks ago. Awesome book.
Agent of Shade.
Frankenstein Agent of Shade, DC New 52 book that actually was good. That got
canceled.
Yes, actually.
Because all good books go to the cancellation.
Believe it or not, I actually like Frankenstein. And I know I have some disdain for the New 52, but that was a good book.
Captain Adams.
That was too. Anyway, passed away. It's Matt Kent. Scott Collins, you might know him from a little book called Flash with a little-known writer named Jeff Johns. By the way, you should be watching the show. It's awesome. But Matt Kent, Scott Collins, cool new number 1 from Dark Horse. Check it out. If you like time travel, you like superheroics, you like science and tech geeky stuff, read it.
Read it.
Jungle Jim, number 2, Dynamite.
Alright. Yeah,
he's not Tarzan with a sword or a gun, but
he is.
He is. Read it.
Django Zorro number 5. We're getting towards the end. Zorro has now revealed his plan here. Django's gonna help him out. I think he's a little freaked out too. You know, this posh, Spanish dude turns out to be a dude in a mask. Because, people in the Wild West weren't prepared for that crap.
Something about Spanish dudes wearing masks.
I mean, that would throw me off.
Is he Spanish?
Is he?
He speaks Spanish, but is he Spanish?
He's a Spaniard.
Sure?
He's a Mexican.
Is he?
Latino.
I thought he was American.
Is he?
I don't know, but he has a mustache and a sword.
It's debatable because Texas. What was Texas at that time? I can't. I'd have to go look at the comic book to see the time it was set.
All right, U.S. history buffs.
Tell us.
Is
he Mexican?
But anyway,
American?
He carries a sword. He knows the letter Z. Wears a cool cape and mask. That's all you need.
He's definitely a Mexican, not a Mexican.
Or as Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, always said, he's a Texican.
He's a bull of the woods.
He's a Texican. Trio whoa! Oh, sorry.
Another one of my personal favorites, and this is the last issue. Joe Casey's been writing. One of my favorite guys that I love to talk up is doing some art. Grant Morrison. We got a lot of good artists on here. Even Jack Kirby is listed in here twice.
Actually, if you like Kirby, awesome.
Jack the King Kirby. There's 2 people that if you read comic books,
but
you better know the names of, and that's Jack Kirby and Stan Lee.
Who's the King of Kings?
Jack Kirby? Oh, we're talking comics here, man.
Oh, sorry.
He's the King of Kings in the comic world.
Okay, just checking.
In the comic world.
Just checking.
Just checking.
WrestleMania. Even Triple H at the King of Kings. It says
in the wrestling world, maybe.
Yeah,
it's debatable.
It's a joke. Anyway, okay, sorry, we got off track.
So that's Independence.
WrestleMania!
Sting and Triple H.
I just want to see if you got excited with me.
Bray Wyatt and Undertaker.
We're getting off track. We're talking comics, right?
That's right.
WrestleMania!
What's next, Marvel?
No, we're still talking Independence, aren't we? No, we're going to jump to DC. Am I throwing you off with WrestleMania, Aaron?
Yes.
All right. The Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers. If you like Jack Kirby, Grant Morrison actually does artwork. You ought to read the book.
I think you should. It's been a really cool book. Dynamite's a cool company. They have some definite comics that, you know, once you wade through.
There's some that are really, really good.
Oh, man.
And then there's a lot of crap.
Uncanny Season 2. I'm looking forward to that because the first series was great. I'll say crap, you say poop.
Uncanny Season 2 does come out, yes.
It's soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Andy Diggle. Great stuff. Green Arrow, Year 1. You should read it.
Diggle, I want you to write... Can you write Adam Strange again, please?
Man.
Okay.
Come back to DC or Marvel and do something, please.
Okay, so we're going to talk... I'm going to mention real quickly He-Man, the Eternity War. If you like He-Man, the Masters of the Universe.
I like He-Man.
You like epic wars? You like swords and sorcery? And you like DC Comics? Okay, you don't...
I love DC Comics.
You don't have to do all that, but... If you like all that, read this book. It's really cool. They're taking on the forces of Hordak. Excellent book, and actually this book's been selling out around here, so check it out.
Too, right?
She-Ra, Princess of Power's in it.
Princess of Power, and we also got Jim for you, She-Ra.
Yes. Oh wait, since we're talking about it, brand new #1, Jim and the Holograms. Look at that nice little cover. All right, girls, I mean guys that dig that sort of thing. You know, it's chicks in a band. How it can't go wrong, right?
It's probably better than being a brony.
Are they like secret spies?
You know,
I don't think so. But anyway, check it out.
It came on after Voltron. I remember that.
I remember that in Pole Position.
Oh yeah, there was that too.
Based off the Atari game. But anyway, Jim and the Holograms. Check it out. #1. Go ahead. DC.
Deathstroke. Throwdown. Gotham, Batman, Harley, and Deathstroke. It got bloody. But there's also the whole thing of Deathstroke's dad and his kidnapping of his son Jericho.
Yes, I'm playing. Yes, I just realized it was in the shot.
Ravager.
Ravager?
Yeah, she's in it too.
Dude, I haven't read.
She's actually protecting Jericho.
Does that happen in #5? I haven't read #5, but I like Ravager.
She's protecting Jericho against the grandfather, who's not cool, by the way, if you know anything. Those of you that like the Judas Contract, you know, this is a new story that plays on a lot of the same characters. I'm a big fan, so if you're a Deathstroke fan, if you're a Grayson fan, if you're, you know, you should be checking out Deathstroke.
If you're a Titans fan.
Titans, yeah. You should be reading Deathstroke,
Titans,
man.
You should be reading Deathstroke.
For those of you that like violence, there's plenty of violence in that book, because he's a bad guy. It's the way it works. Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, #40. Okay, Damien's getting his own book in June, which, by the way, I am pretty stoked about some of the new #1s coming out in June.
Me too.
We're going to talk about that in another video. But a lot of books are going to be ending, and this is the last issue of Batman and Robin, which is very sad to me, because this is one of the best Batman books. The best, and probably the best, aside from Scott Snyder's Batman, in my opinion. Last issue. I'm a big fan of Robin. I'm a big fan of Damien, even. I'm glad he's back. Check out the last issue. This is my pick for DC Comics.
It's Peter Tomasi,
this week. I said my pick for DC. Now, that sounds crazy, but this one right here.
You did hear that.
You heard it here, folks. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
For those of you that didn't get #8, we've got #8 in. It's got the Furies in it. That's pretty cool. And we actually get to see Granny Goodness at the end of that one.
Oh, I like Granny Goodness.
Of course, you know.
Voiced by Ed Asner in the cartoon. Kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. That was great. But, you know, the Furies, man. And it sucks that this comic's ending. We just now get to see Granny Goodness. And no, because this is the last issue. And what's cool about this issue? You
actually learn the origin of Infinity Man, and I don't know that. So it's learning for me.
Hey,
nobody knows it.
The original story, basically it went to like the Forever people switch places with Infinity Man. They go to his planet. Book ends. They're stuck on his planet. We never heard anything else. And even when he did Hunger Dogs, he never went back to Forever people. This is the first... Well, it's not the first time. There's been other Forever books, but this is the first time we're going to get an origin of Infinity Man. This is pretty cool.
I have to admit, it's pretty cool. It's actually an issue probably worth checking out. You've always been curious about the origin. If you like Jack Kirby, you should read the book. And I've given the book a lot of flack, but I have to say it's pretty cool to learn the origin of Infinity Man in this last issue.
Thing about Infinity... This would be my DC pick of the week because, you know, if you're a fan of the old style of comics from the 60s and 70s into the 80s, this is the book to read. Commandi!
I'd like to see him get his own book.
You never know. They're taking some bold chances. Like, I have to plug this. I think it's awesome that Martian Manhunter's getting a book coming up. That's cool. Can't wait.
It's like
Dr. Fate, too.
It's like Dr. Fate, Cyborg. Some of these guys, if you put some quality writers and artists, DC, Jim Lee, Dan Didio, at symbol, Jim Lee at symbol, or Dan
I don't know
Didio.
Rob Williams. Do you know him? I haven't read any of this
The
stuff.
singer? That's Robbie Williams. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know the guy,
don't know.
I don't know his writing, but I will say Paul Levitz is writing Dr. Fate. Can't go wrong with Paul Levitz.
I will say, you put great artists and writers on the books, people will read it.
Exactly. Moving on. I'm only going to say this. Terry McGinnis, I don't know how many of you read, but let's bow our heads for Terry. He had a good run, and it was a great ending.
But he's still alive in the future, right?
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not.
It could be future Tim Drake. Maybe. We'll see. But I will say this. When Terry came to his end, it was respectable. Story really pulled me in, man.
I gotta tell you, a new
There was crazy Batman with Joker on the other side of his head. That whole Brother Eye, Batman Joker thing was just wow.
I have to say that the Terry McGinnis not as Batman Beyond in the new #1 is sad, but he's from the future in the past. So if he dies in the past, he's still in the future. So hopefully he can somehow come back into the book.
Yeah, because this is comic books, man. You know, that was one future that since things are changing, a whole nother set of events could take place and we could end up with Tim Drake and Terry McGinnis. Same future.
And while we're fixing things in the Batman universe, why don't we give Tim Drake a real costume and get rid of those silly wings?
I'll agree with this. And I kind of like to have the cowl back myself.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not going to be Robin, make him Red Robin.
But the real Red Robin.
The
not this
real
little,
Red Robin.
I've got wings. I'm a dork.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hate the wings.
Character-wise, I think he's been really good in Batman Eternal, but I still hate that outfit.
Tim Drake is awesome. You got tons of fans here at Big Bang Toys, Comics, and Games. Dan Didio, fix it.
Fix it, Dan.
Now.
Because I like you. Except for that wanting to kill Dick Grayson thing.
Yeah, we still hold that against you.
Just that.
But Infinite Crisis was good.
But not the new 52, I'm cool. Except for Teen Titans.
So now we're going to move on to Marvel, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, I'm going to talk about a couple things real quick. Alright, if you missed Silk #1, we've got the second print in here today. Plenty of copies. In fact, a great book. You should read it.
You should read it. I like Silk. I think she's a cool character. I love her debut in Spider-Man.
Just don't get her next to Peter Parker.
No, it's a bad.
Things happen. Alright, word on the street. Ray Fox, Charles Soule, co-writing Wolverines. If you love Wolverine, you love the X-Men, and you like surprises, and even characters that you haven't seen in a long time coming back or showing up, this is a book, apparently, from what I'm hearing. Lots of surprises, lots of cool stuff going down.
Lady Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike right there. Who's the dude in the red mask?
I don't know.
I'm a little behind on my Wolverines reading, but I'm hearing that this book is must-read if you're a hardcore X-Men fan and you like surprises. Check it out. My pick of the week, New Avengers. Number 32, last issue, we learned who Raboom Alal is. I know who he is, but I think it's somehow... Okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't read it, you need to fast forward about 30 seconds. Go ahead, who's Raboom Alal? Go!
Dr. Doom.
It's Dr. Doom!
It's this guy!
Dr. Doom. So it's Dr. Doom. He's Raboom Alal. I was expecting some big, epic Galactus-type villain, maybe not that tall, but a big, epic villain, but I think... Dr. Doom said he invented a religion to somehow create power, right? So, could it be that the real Raboom Alal is going to show up and read, or that, or all the Beyonders are, you got to read the book.
Yeah, I know.
There's more than one Beyonder, and they actually explained his Michael Jackson appearance in Secret Wars 2, how he started looking like Michael Jackson. Yeah, they explained that in New Avengers and Avengers, and time runs out.
Can you feel it? Can you... Sorry. You need to put that music in.
But anyway, you find out why the Beyonder look like that. You find out how many Beyonders there are. You find out the scope of what Dr. Doom has done. Because Dr. Doom wanted ultimate power in the first Secret Wars, and this is what he's doing in this next one. And I got a feeling it's going to bite him in the butt later on, because there's going to be a real Raboom Alal out there ready to wreak havoc on someone who's been doing stuff in his name.
And meanwhile, the Beyonder is going to be like spreading glitter all over everybody, and you're going to hear the Jacksons in the background.
No! No!
I'll give one right now. Hulk versus Thanos, that's my pick of the week. We got stupid Hulk.
Annihilus.
And Hulk and Annihilus are getting ready to throw down.
Hulk, not Burger.
I don't know, I mean, there hasn't been so much Thanos versus Hulk, but Hulk versus Annihilus, that's what I'm talking about, and Hulk no bag of hammers.
Hulk no bag of hammers. Alright, you talked about Darth Vader?
Darth Vader's a cool comic. And, yeah, you know, I can't remember the name of the dude from the first Star Wars movie that choked. Yeah, he's trying to get all, like, salty with Darth Vader, and he ain't having it.
All I know is
you don't mess with Vader, dude.
He should have just kept going with that guy. I'm just kidding.
That's what I'm going to do the next time you talk trash about DC.
Oh, I got powers to use for Marvel. But anyway, last issue, Nightcrawler number 12. Claremont's run coming to an end. Todd Knox art done. Nightcrawler, last issue. Sad day for Nightcrawler fans. But guess what? He's also in this book, Amazing X-Men, which features the return of Juggernaut. Is it Kane Marco? Is it Colossus? Or is it someone new?
I'm hoping it's Kane Marco.
The once and future Juggernaut is revealed in this book.
I'll have a beef with this Colossus.
Hmm?
I'll just have a beef with this Colossus again.
I hope it's not Colossus.
Kane Marco, man.
I don't think
You're
it is
right.
because Colossus. And then also Guardians of the Galaxy. Black Vortex continues in Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Legendary Star-Lord this week. Keep reading Guardians and all new X-Men's crossover because it's cool.
Bendis is awesome. Guardians is awesome.
Sam Humphries, great job.
Why would you not want to read that?
So, anyway, that's good stuff. Alright, what's a book we should drop? We're going to close our segment today with a book that you should drop and no longer buy. You might say, Daryl, that makes no sense because you don't make any money that way. That's true. This is merely our opinion. The opinion is not the official perspective and viewpoint of Big Bang Toys Comics Games. Copyright 2015.
I think I pretty much dropped
It's a book you should drop.
What did you drop, Daryl?
Well, if I had to drop any book, it would have to be Sinestro.
Was it bad, though?
It wasn't bad. It's just not fantastic enough to keep reading it month in month.
I heard a take on it that was pretty interesting. It's a cool book, but you know, it's like Sinestro. It's not so much the core.
I think Sinestro works better as a villain of Green Lantern and not having his own book.
It could be right. It could be right.
That's just me. I like Sinestro. He's compelling, but for me, I had to drop it.
I'm a Hal Jordan, John Stewart guy, really. So.
Which Green Lantern number 41 coming out in June has got some change.
It's all like he's like.
And he stole Krona's
Gauntlet, man.
Gauntlet.
Kilowog and him actually got a little plan together. It was like, hey, I need you to make it look like I'm a renegade. I've got to do something for the core because the core is catching a lot of flack. So I'm gonna help somehow by being a renegade. I mean, I kind of get where he's going, but I mean, there's obviously more to it that we'll have to figure out after Convergence. But he's got a hood. And he's all like, he doesn't need the ring now because he's got the gauntlet.
He's got Krona's Gauntlet.
He's got Krona's Gauntlet, man. And then the arm, the Green Lantern core is going to get stuck in some other universe, in the multiverse.
Green Lantern Lost Army.
Yeah. I'm looking for, I mean, that sounds pretty cool, I have to say. Cullen Bunn's taking over on Aquaman. That's another interesting thing.
Mr. Cullen Bunn writes Sinestro, which unfortunately I had to drop.
I'm going to drop Aquaman.
Gasp,
Yeah.
a DC
I like
book.
It. Jeff Parker's really good. His run's been really good. I'm not saying that anybody else should drop it. I just like... There's other things I want to read, so I'm moving on. I got this last part of Maelstrom. I'm dipping out now while I can because Cullen Bunn's taking over, and if I read that one issue, I won't drop it.
The thing is, a lot of times what happens when you drop a book, about a year from now, you'll pick it back up because there's a jumping on point, something's more intriguing, somebody starts talking about it like us and says how great the book is, and you pick it up.
Yeah, but you gotta, you know, sometimes you have to let books that you like go so you can jump over to another book and catch up on that. That just happens.
Like Superman. I almost dropped it, but I kept it.
I'm on the fence about it. This true story,
Who's the new writer, and what can he do?
Yeah, I
Who's
gotta
your
check it
daddy,
out.
and what does he do?
This story seems like it's gonna be, there's gonna be a rift between Batman and Superman, and somehow that leads to these costume changes. Batman's got money.
You think it's the haircut?
I think the haircut bothered Batman so much, he's like, I'm gonna put on a Japanese mech suit that has bunny ears.
I'm done.
Yeah.
No spit curl, no friendship.
Yeah. I'm going to look like Gundam now.
I thought it was Captain Carrot in a Batman outfit. Robot suit, anyway.
It's got bunny ears.
I know, that's why I'm thinking it's Captain Carrot.
Wonder Woman's is actually growing on me. Like, you know, I mean, there's gonna be a point where people like cover up and then give her, at least it looks Amazonian.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give it that. So anyway, that's some books to drop. Aaron, anything you want to say before we close out?
You know, read more comics. It doesn't matter if it's Marvel, if it's DC, if it's Image, if it's Dynamite, if it's IDW. Just read, man, read! That's all I got to say.
Don't forget, at Big Bang, we got them.
We got them.
BobbyBang.com.
Big Bang, Toys, Comics, and Games.
No spit curl.
Bunny ears!
Done.